What is up, you guys? I am MLB Chatterbox, aka Christian Corey. You see the title and the thumbnail in today's video. That happened again. That happened. I'm wearing the Mets attire. Probably not for long. I might take off this jacket because I am really hot right now. So, but yeah, we're talking about the Mets for one reason and one reason only. That is because their second baseman, CANO, has tested positive not for COVID, but for PEDs. Yes, PEDs. He is not new to this whole PEDs thing. You probably guys will know he tested positive back in 2018 with the Mariners, his first year in Seattle. So, I mean, this is just really unfortunate for, no, it's unfortunate for the Mets. I mean, he's an idiot, okay? I mean, this old saying applies perfectly for this situation, and I think you guys will know what I'm talking about here. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So basically that means, it's like, okay, you did it once, all right, it's not my fault for, how do I know you're supposed to do that? How do I know you're going to do that? I think of you as a good guy. But again, you hire him again, he did the same exact thing, and it's like, well, I should have known because you've done it before, so why wouldn't you do it again? And there's very, very interesting, not necessarily reasons, but factors, I guess you could say, that played into why he thought of doing it this particular year. Why he thought he could get away with it this particular year. And we'll get into that in just a minute. But overall, on the surface, this looks terrible for the Mets. I mean, Stephen A. Cohen, new owner, has no emotional connection with Cano. Really, I mean, unless he liked him as when he was a fan. But I think as an owner, he wouldn't, give two craps about Cano. Like, what is he going to say to him? I mean, he's going to suspend him. He's already suspended him. And I'm going to read you an article by ESPN by Jeff Passan, our buddy here on the channel. Jeff Passan. I love saying his name. Okay, so basically it says, quote from Jeff Passan, ESPN, New York Mets second baseman Robinson Cano tested positive for PED drugs, Stanzol. I think that's how you pronounce it, guys. Stanzol. Okay, first of all, just for future references, for any ball players that are out there, my personal, I guess you could say, motto, when it comes to, using drugs, is if I can't pronounce the name of the drug, I probably shouldn't use it. And the only reason why I knew how to pronounce that was because I literally looked it up on Google or on YouTube, and I said, how do you pronounce, and I typed in the word Stanzol, and it gave me that pronunciation. Now, I am sure as heck that Robinson Cano cannot pronounce that word. No way. You're telling me no way he can pronounce that word. No way. If he can't pronounce that word, or any drug, if someone cannot pronounce a name of a drug, they should probably not be taking it unless prescribed by a doctor. And I guarantee you this drug was not prescribed by a doctor. Okay? And if it was, in his defense, he should have called up the MLB real quick and said, look, guys, I have this medical issue going on, whatever it is. I need this drug Stanzol to help me with whatever condition that I got, whatever medical problem I have. Hey, I'm going to use this drug. Dr. Seuss prescribed this to me, and, can I take it? Is it legal to take for MLB? And they probably would have said yes, or they would have said no, and if they would have said no, and he said, well, yes, for this condition, they probably would have let him pass. And so probably some drug dealer down there gave it to him, or his workout buddy, or his quote-unquote trainer. The only reason why I could see him possibly doing it this particular year is this, because I saw on MLB Network yesterday that Joel Sherman actually did some deep digging, and this was pretty darn interesting, if you did not know. And great job by Joel Sherman. Usually not this on top of stuff, but this one, he got it right. He got a fastball, and he hit it out of the park, okay? So this is what Joel Sherman said, and again, I'm trying to remember here. He said something along the lines of this, that this particular year, there was a lot of COVID testing, correct? COVID. Everybody tested for COVID. But no one in baseball really tested for PED use. And it really wasn't as frequent as it usually is. They didn't do it in spring training 2.0. They didn't do it in the beginning of the season, like July and some part of August. They really only did it at the end of August and September. So says Joel Sherman. And what's interesting is the lab that they send the test to is in Montreal, Canada. Well, Canada, different country, different restrictions than the United States, more stricter, and that lab was shut down. Or it was not doing the testing that it usually does, which is for drugs, I guess, PED use, for MLB. So the point is that, MLB, was not getting the results back quickly enough as they usually would in a regular season. But again, on MLB side, dude, get a lab in the United States. You have 50 states. Get a lab in the United States, okay? You don't need to go to Canada. Why in the heck do you need to go to Canada to get a test done for PEDs? Come on. You really need to go to Canada? Now, I know they didn't think this would happen, but seriously, guys. I mean, you can't do it in D.C. I mean, you can't do it in New York. You can't do it in L.A. You can't do it in Cleveland. You can't do it down in Houston. Seriously. You can't do it in any of these major-ass cities in the United States that have these smart doctors. Well, you can't do it here? I mean, it's my little pet peeve on the MLB side of it. Now, again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know, where exactly the best places to do testing for PED use. I have no idea. But, I mean, you got 50 states here in the United States. Pick one. Thus, he got suspended for this PED use, using this drug. So, the 38-year-old will be suspended for the entire MLB season, presuming 162 games, hopefully 162 games, because I want to see us play 162 games next season. Again, second time in his career with Mariners, and he's going to forfeit $21 million in 21. So that's his salary. That's his salary for the 2021 season. He is signed through CANO previously signed a 10-year deal worth $240 million with the Mariners. Has an additional $48 million remaining on his contract through 2022 and 2023. That's from Jeff Passan of ESPN. Oh, okay. This is what CANO said when he tested positive the first time back in 2018 with the Mariners. He says, at the time, CANO said the diuretic, quote, was given to me by a licensed doctor in the Dominican Republic to treat a medical ailment. Okay. Major problems with this statement. First of all, licensed doctor in the Dominican Republic. There's a lot of quack doctors down there. There's not a lot of doctors that are actually doctors. And if they are doctors, they're not as good as the doctors here in the United States or a developed country. That's just facts. Or Canada, the UK, or Germany, or any other country that's well developed. Okay? This is not like a legit doctor, it sounds like. A doctor in the Dominican Republic. First of all, what's the doctor's name? Okay? Doctor Who? Dr. Seuss? Dr. Pepper? Who is it? I want to know who that doctor was. And then I want to know who this doctor was who decided to give him this element. Okay? I want to know. The point is, CANO's an idiot. He's stupid. You did it twice, buddy. You're 38 years old. Grow up. Okay? You're going to get paid. You're going to get paid your $240 million bucks. Whether you stub your toe and you're out for the season, or you break half the bones in your body. It doesn't matter. You're going to get your money. So don't worry about that. But when it comes to the Mets, this is just bad news and good news for the Mets. Bad news because they lose a very good second baseman. He is still very good. At least he's proven, I guess. He's not Jeff McNeil. No disrespect to Jeff McNeil, but he's better than Jeff McNeil, which is, a good thing for the Mets. But again, now, the only good thing is for the Mets, they can free up the $24 million to go spend it elsewhere. And again, is that $24 million really detrimental? No, because you got Stephen A. Cohen for the owner, and $24 million is like chump change. I mean, frankly, I would have told him, okay, CANO, because he has to come back in 2022 and 23. What are they going to do with him? Are they going to cut him? Still have to pay him. I would have said, look, CANO, you did it wrong. I'll give you $10 million to walk and go away, and you won't come back until 20, and you won't come back ever. If I was Stephen A. Cohen, I said, look, CANO, you screwed up twice. Here's 10 mil, and don't come back in 2021, 2022, or 2023. Here's 10 mil. See you later. Do something. Work with kids. Well, maybe not. So yeah. But when it comes to the Mets and who they're going to get at second base, they got Jeff Neal. They'll figure it out. I mean, the free agent market isn't that great when it comes to second baseman. I mean, I'm sure it's not. I can look it up right now. Okay, you got DJ LeMahieu. You could get DJ LeMahieu. That'd be kind of cool. Steal him from the Yankees. That'd be interesting. But he's 32. But again, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I love DJ LeMahieu. He's a Michigan native. Try to get him on the channel here, but could not. Again, when it comes to who they're going to get. Like, second baseman market. I mean, I guess it's DJ LeMahieu or Kike Hernandez. I mean, I don't know. If you're the Mets, Kike Hernandez wouldn't be bad for the Mets. But again, who are you going to get if you're the Mets from the second baseman? This kind of sucks for you. If you free up the money, great. But it's not like you got a potent second baseman out there. And I mean, you could get DJ LeMahieu because you could try to sell him. Yeah, hey, it's still New York. Hey, you still want to come back to New York, but you want to come to the other side of the city? You want to come to Queens? I'll just move you to Queens instead of go to the Bronx. Like, you could sell him. You maybe could sell him with that, but I guess he's like, no, if I got to go to New York, I want to go to the freaking Yankees because they're better than you guys. Like, I'm not going to sit here and wait. And again, he wants like a 4-year deal. I mean, the guy's 32. I mean, he's not that young for a 4-year deal. I mean, I'd give him a 3-year deal, but that's not the point. The point is, they got a situation at second base with the Mets. They could go get LeMahieu. They could try to sell it to him that it's still New York. Or they could get Enrique Hernandez, or Kike Hernandez, or Jason Kipnis. That's my top 3 best options for the Mets on the free agent market. Oh, and by the way, guys, breaking news. We just got some video footage of Giraffe Neck Mark reacting to this news story. And let's take a look.
Fuck you,
Robinson Cano.
Let's go!
Now that's something to celebrate about. That is something to celebrate about, my friend. You finally popped champagne for a good reason. Alright. Yeah, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed. And as always...